Hello! We are here to play a video game. And this is a Shrek something? Shrek Smash? Shrek Smash! Oh, I don't want copyright stuff. No clips of the movie. Shrek Smash and Crash Racing for the Sony PlayStation. Single player tournament. Ooh. I was gonna say, ooh, who are they? But you can see they have portraits. Oh, I want to be Gingy. All right, let's get it. Oh God.
Oh, Ginger, you're looking a little blue in the face.
Hey, super quick, the audio on this recording got messed up, so I had to change out all the background music for different music. So if it sounds different, it's because I had to go in and change it.
I'll meet you one day, Shrek. Just you wait. Okay, Gingy, whatever you say. Hey, look what I found, shooting magic dust out of giant bullfrog's nostril. Okay, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Careful, Donkey. That's Fairy Godmother's magic wand. You better return it to her.
I will. But first, it's time for breakfast. And I've got a hanker full of corned beef hash, pancakes, and tuna on rye. Order up! Too much fiber for me. Stop! Donkey! Stop! I'm suddenly not hungry anymore. Donkey, look what you've done! Now what are we going to do?
Eat my dust! That's what you're gonna do!
Okay, you're mad at it. But look on the bright side. It's gonna be much easier finding your shoe size now.
Wow. Those are not the original voice actors. Swamp! Okay, we're just going for it. Alright, what can we do? We can smack each other. And I got, it looks like we can jump. Okay. Okay, that's, you can use items. Oh my God. Alright. And we can smack each other. Okay. Oh no, I fell. How did I fall? Go, 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 go. Oh God. How do I just not push anything? Oh, it's because I smacked. I wasn't supposed to smack. Okay. Well, now I'm losing. You can throw gnomes. Okay, it's like a bootleg Mario Kart. I mean, it's a racing game with it's a kart racer with mascots. So. Oh, I've got magic dust. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, remember this was on the PSP, so like to have this on the go is like not the worst. I mean, it's not great. Oh God. But it's not like garbage. I've seen Shrek 1 and I think Shrek 2. Oh God. I don't think I've seen anything past that. But I actually have I can actually remember when I saw Shrek. It's like there's moments in your life that are like core memories and you're like, oh yeah, I vividly remember when I saw Shrek. Not that it was like, oh my God, it changed my life or whatever, but it was just one of those things where like it was like, okay, so let me rewind. So I saw Shrek 1 in... Oh? I saw Shrek 1 in theaters. And I remember really liking it. That was really funny. And I remember, especially at the time, like, because all I would watch was, like, rated G, like, no kind of... Nothing that could be considered, like, you know, like, okay, let me rewind again. So, like, I got in trouble when I was a kid because Cartoon Network was on, and they had a show, they had a show called Two Stupid Dogs. Like, this is how strict they were with me. Like, they were like, you can't watch that, like, because you can't say words like stupid, right? Like I got punished for, like, watching Cartoon Network because it was a show called Two Stupid Dogs. So that being said, I remember that we went to visit some, like, friends in another city. This case, it was Lancaster, California, which was like an hour and a half away. I remember we went, and it was just like, no, I think we did a sleepover. Yeah, I think we did a sleepover. It was me, my old neighbor, and then the friends that, like, lived in Lancaster, right? And so we did a sleepover, and I remember it was super fun. But one of the things that, like, their parents did was like, oh, well, we'll take them to the movies, right? Like, we'll take them to the movies, and they can go watch a movie. Like, it'll be fun for them, right? At this point in my life, I think the only movies I had seen in theaters were like the Street Fighter movie, classic, and like Richie Rich. I think those are the only two movies that I remember watching as a kid, right? So Shrek was like 01. At this point, I was 12, 11 or 12. So, like, you know, preteen in that age, but very much like, just like I still only, like, I only watch cartoons, and I only watch, like, rated G, like PG-13 and, like, all that stuff. Like, that was outside of what, you know, like, was allowed. So I just kind of didn't really look for that stuff. And I think Shrek was rated PG, maybe, because it had some like crass humor, I think is what they call it, or whatever. I don't know, but then, yeah, so we went to go watch the movie, and then, you know, they, like, got us, I think they got us popcorn, and, like, for me, I was like, this is so rad, because, like, my parents weren't there, like, we did, like, a sleepover thing. They went to go pick us up, and then they were gonna go drop us off, I think. So we were there, and it was just us, and, you know, like I said, like, I didn't get to go watch movies or anything. That wasn't something that we did. Like, that wasn't part of, like, oh, what are we gonna do today? Oh, let's go watch a movie. Like, that was never an option for us, growing up. And then, like, I didn't know anything about Shrek. Like, I didn't know what it was. Like, I found out about it when we watched the movie, right? But then I remember, yeah, we saw it, and I was just like, oh man, like, this is so cool, this is so fun, because, like, again, I was out and about without my guardians, with some friends, and, like, obviously we were being chaperoned by the parents, but it didn't feel like, you know, because I was like, well, we're watching a movie that's a little bit more, like, ooh, you know? And not to say, like, Shrek, I mean, you can watch Shrek, it's not bad at all. But, you know, as a kid who had never been exposed to anything that wasn't, like, Disney Channel, like, it was definitely like oh, this is a shift. So, like, I was having the time of my life, and I remember vividly just, like, being there and watching the movie and just being, like, super stoked. And yeah, like, I don't know, it's a very unique, because it's like, it's one of the few memories I have of like that time that I still vividly remember. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened during that time, like teenage years and everything, that I kind of just repressed to the point that I don't remember anymore. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff happening internally, externally, mostly internally. And so, yeah, like little moments like that where like to me were like little moments where like I was like, oh man, this is so cool, and like, you know, like the world is awesome, and you know, like that kind of thing, and not just being like, oh, I'm gonna stay to myself and not talk to anyone and be a loner. Like it was one of those moments where I actually had to like, I can be out and about and like enjoy myself with friends and like be myself and not worry about, you know, like getting teased or getting like that kind of stuff, right? It was super nice. And for a kid who's struggling with that kind of stuff, because when I was in school, like all through grade school, I was like a year and a half younger than everyone. So like, you know, like we're all in, you know, like 10th grade, and you know, everyone's like hitting, or I don't know, 9th, I don't know what grade people hit puberty and whatnot, but like all that stuff was happening, right, for everyone. And then I'm like, you know, I'm like behind. Like they're like, oh yeah, you know, like we're watching like MTV, and again, like this is from the perspective of a kid who was very much like, you can't watch or see anything that's like, you know, like rude or mean or anything like that, right? Like for like a lot of kids, you know, they're like, oh yeah, we're watching like Jackass and like this, that, and the other, and like, you know, like all these funny shows, and like you know, Futurama. Like they didn't let me watch The Simpsons. Okay, let me throw that in there. We snuck it in anyway though. But yeah, like it's just it was always weird for me because I was younger than everyone, and like obviously like when you transition from like a kid to like a teenager, you're like the things that you are interested in, the things you like, and the things you want to do, they kind of change. And for me, it was like I was still, you know, a kid playing with like video games and like drawing and like doing like, and I was always like kind of a to myself kind of kid, but like it was always this, and then everyone around me is like outgrowing that, and like now they're doing all kinds of other stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, like all I want is to hang out and play video games. Did I win? Oh, I unlocked Puss in Boots. And yeah, it was one of those things where like oh, we're not done. I struggled with that like the whole time I was in school, up until like I guess grade school, whatever. And yeah, like because of that, like I said, there's a lot of repressed memories, and oh look, it's giant Gingy. There's a lot of like repressed memories and stuff that kind of I just repressed to the point of like I don't remember anymore. And even like someone could say like, hey, do you remember X, Y, and Z? And I can honestly be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't remember. Like I've had moments of like when like my sister, for example, would say like, hey, do you remember this, that, the other? And I'm like, I genuinely, not that I'm trying to be like no, I don't remember, like you know, even though I do, like I genuinely do not remember a lot of stuff from like 10 to like 22. There's a lot of stuff in there that I just don't remember. Can I throw the thing back? No, I can't. So it's nice to like, I don't know, like I guess because it's Shrek, but it's kind of nice to remember like the little moments during that time that I do still remember, especially when they're like positive, you know, like me and Shrek, and in the grand, oh my god, I forgot you can swing at them. Oh, I forgot you can swing at them with the cane. In the grand scheme of things, like it was just a movie, and you know, like I don't hold like Shrek as like an amazing movie, like oh my god, it changed my life. Like no, not at all. I think it's just the circumstance in which I got to see it and how that played out. Like I think that's why I, you know, like I remember that. Like I guess that's why it came to mind when I was playing this silly ass PSP game. No. Did I? Okay. Oh, those are like red shells. They're birds. Go, 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 go. I think I can win. Oh, who's that? Oh, I lapped him. I should not have been hitting him. He's already losing. But yeah, that's my Shrek story. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What are those little bars? I don't... Oh, you can like slide? Oh no, that's my speed. I'm like, what are those damn bars on the left? Oh, I'm giant. Gingy. Also, I remember, I had like a little gingerbread man from the movie, and it was like a little plush doll, but it had like his leg, his foot, I think it was his left foot, came off, like it detached. It had like the Velcro stuff on it, so you could remove it, but it had like a little string, so you didn't lose it. And then when you squeezed him in the stomach, or you pressed down in the middle, he'd be like, "No, not the buttons, not the gumdrop buttons." And I remember, I mean, eventually it probably got like donated or thrown away or whatever, or sold at a swap meet. But I remember that stupid gingerbread man doll. And yeah, I always thought that the gingerbread man was like the highlight of the movie for me, just because I don't know, he was such a goofy character. But I think I already beat the thing. I'm like on a second run, and I did not expect to go on a second run. So I'm just gonna end it here. But yeah, that's this is, what was it called? Shrek Racing something or other, for the PSP. I'd have to see if this is also on like the PS2, because I think a lot of the PSP games were just like ports from the PS2. At least I've noticed, because I did that one, God, what's the name of that anime? Soul Leader. I did Soul Leader, and then I found out later that like they actually had that on the PS2. And then I think there was another game that I played that like also had a PS2 version, so I should probably be playing those because they probably look better. But oh god, did you see her icon? She's like cross-eyed. Anyway, that's it for what is this game called? Shrek Smash and Crash Racing for the PSP. Yeah, I guess come back next time and see what other goofy games I'm playing. Alright, later.